Brictopian. Hello, it's Brictopian here, and today I will be doing a quick review for the Lego Forest Hideout set. It is a promo, and it is also known as a gift with purchase, and you was able to get this set, I believe, if you spent over £150 in the UK. The set number is 40567 and it has 258 pieces. This set is based on the castle theme, also the sub-theme of Forestmen. I do love this set, it's got so much going for it and it's just all round fun. The build experience was very simple, but it uses a lot of awesome pieces, including half circular bricks that have only got 2 studs on. And these are used in black, and I don't know if these have been used in black before. I don't believe they have, so it's cool to get those. You also get these nice quarter panel pieces that are like got 2 studs on, and they're in black too. You also get the reintroduction of these small tree pieces, which haven't been used in there for quite a while, and they're actually in a new shade of green. You get a little target, which is consistent with other castle style sets that they've done recently in Lego, such as the Lego 3-in-1 medieval castle and the medieval blacksmith. I've actually attached that to this, but it shows that you have it separate, but I've attached it because otherwise it will get lost easier. It's a simple little build, but very effective how they use the legs on the target. I thought it was really cool. They've got a little toadstool there, but it hasn't got any printing on top, which is a shame, but it's still good they represented it. You get 2 minifigures in this set, and the reason why this set is not called the Forestmen Hideout like the original version, because yes, this is based on an original set, just like the Galaxy Explorer, is because there's a woman in it. So they can't call it the Forestmen Hideout because there's a woman, and you know that can't be happening. Even though they have the term fireman for women too, they have the term policeman for women too, etc, etc. But for the sake of this set, they wanted to include just the name Forest Hideout. I don't mind that, but considering the original sub-theme was actually called Forestmen, I think the change is a bit silly, because it sort of takes away from the fact this is a remake. And they didn't have to include a woman minifigure. I don't mind that they did, but if it means changing the name, then they could have just left it with male figures. But I don't really mind. It doesn't bother me either way. I know some people don't like it when they change the names too much or have too many female minifigures, but I'm not too bothered. I actually prefer the appearance of female minifigures to male ones, so I'm not too fussed on that. Anyway, both figures look really cool, but I think the male one is better because you get this awesome hat with the little quill piece in, like feathery type piece in like a red colour. You get the awesome hat piece, which we saw a leak of a representation of a while back. I can't remember where we saw the leak now, but it was, I think it was from one of the from the botanical sets, from the succulents. They used that green hat piece in a white colour, I think, for one of the flowers. So it was sort of a hint that we might be getting more Forestman stuff. So yeah, they've used that here. You get the bow and arrow, which is very basic and used all the time. There's nothing to say about. The sword is nice. It's one of those very blunt bladed ones, and I just love the look of that. I just think it's so cool. And then you get some extra feathers and some extra arrows in the back there, and there's another piece that's been used a lot. But the overall design looks really good. I love the torso. It hasn't got any printing on the back, I don't believe. Actually, it has got a little bit, but it's not too overly detailed. You can see the top there. There's the red part of the clothing showing, and you got the belt at the bottom in brown that goes all the way around. That's got like a little satchel on it. You get the gold belt buckle, which is like a circle gold ring, and it's just attached there in the middle using some sort of lace to hold it together. Both figures look really good. I definitely prefer the male figure, and I think that it's just awesome. It hasn't got an alternative face though, which is a shame, but the face you do get is pretty cool. This one also doesn't have an alternative face, but I don't think it needs to. The hair is pretty nice as well. It reminds me of the Hunger Games or something, that hair. So they're the minifigures. I think they're pretty amazing, and I'm glad you get 2 of them. They could have just included one, and some people might go, oh, well, then they wouldn't have had to have named it Forest Hideout. They could have called it Forestmen still. But then they would go, oh, no, because that wouldn't be plural. So they have to just call it Forestman Hideout, because there'd only be one person. So that would be even more of a confusing, odd thing to do. But I love this set. I think it's great as a promo, but I think it's baffling to me that Lego didn't release this as an actual set for like 20 quid or something, because it would have sold super well and it would have been so much more better for them as well if they'd done it instead of a promo. I know they're thinking, oh yes, people will spend 150 quid to get this promo, but the truth is there's a lot of people who will spend 150 pounds anyway on Lego over the last few months, and then they would have bought this as well. So actually, from Lego's perspective, they would have made more money probably because people would have bought this as well. So they actually haven't made themselves more money doing that. And the thing is, a lot of people, although it'd still be helpful for people who didn't want to spend that amount, because they could just buy this at like £20 set. And if you don't want to spend like literally billions of pounds on the new castle set, which although it's awesome, is extremely expensive, you could just get this instead. And you'd be like, yes please, that's cheap and affordable, I want that. You can see inside, you get detail, you get a little barrel there, which I believe has, I can't remember if it has anything in it or not. It has a little, just some gold 1x1 studs, which represent money, I think. Very basic, and then you get a ladder, which gets you from the second floor to the top. But it's perfect. It doesn't need any more detail. It's just a simple, fun build, and it doesn't have too much to it. It's very true to the original, but it still has its own modern feel to it. I love the way it's on a hinge. It's just amazing because when you put it together you can see the tree behind and it takes up less room, but if you open it up you can see more of the tree at the back and get a different whole shape to the set. The best part of the entire set by far to me is these printed shields that have the deer on, which are the Forestmen logo. And then another thing I love is that they did do the trees black instead of brown. I actually like that fact because some people I know complain they like it should have been brown, but I love the black. I think the black's awesome, and it's nice to get different coloured trees in Lego, and obviously it matches well with the black tree part of the new castle if someone does have that set. You can put a minifigure in there if you want, and they can stand up in there, but it's a bit snug. And if they got their accessories on, it's a bit hard to do, but you can, and you can close it. But the problem is, the one thing I don't like is because this bit's in the middle, you can't really see the minifigure when they're inside there. Although you can have the arrows poking through to shoot things, and obviously they can hide from enemies, but I still think it would have been nice to get a bit more visibility of the minifigure when it's inside the actual little hideout. But it is called a hideout, so though they're hiding, I can't really fault that. That's true, they are hiding. And you get a spare spear on the side, which is just held on, which you can give over the minifigures so they can attack people hand-to-hand combat wise. If say the sword's on off and they're like, oh no, I need to get someone, they come running at me, I'll throw a sword at them. Oh no, that doesn't work, I'll throw a spear then. They can do that. Yeah, the outfits on these minifigures are identical though, so don't think about swapping them over because it won't make any difference. I do love how the construction of the tree is done. It's very, very simple, but it just looks amazing, especially this top bit. I love how it used this piece and actually it joins it, like sort of, and then they use this they use these Technic tubes, like curved pieces, and they have two of them going in opposite directions to get the leaves in so many different angles. And then they use these handlebar pieces from like bikes to add on the end, and they use this technique a lot. They use this in the bonsai tree, for example, and it's used in the Ninja Go City Gardens for trees. It's just a very sensible and well thought out use of piece to get leaves at different angles, and I'm glad they've continued it in this set. I think the set looks best open, but I'm not entirely sure. I like it like this at sort of an angle, but it does look good like that too, and it does look good closed. It looks good however you display it. Obviously from the back it's not as exciting as the front, but the way that the leaves just snugly fit around the entire thing and sort of surround it, and there's enough leaf here that it feels like it is a tree without being too bare, but also not having the piece count too high to make the threshold for the promo even higher. So I think they've done well there. They include these nice grey masonry bricks as well for texture, and this is actually a 1x4 one, and these are, I believe, that's a 1x4 as well, but these are 1x2s, I think. But the way they get the shape is just really nice, and this really simple roof here is very basic, but it matches the colour scheme of the Creator 3-in-1 medieval castle in the blue there, and the roofs that they use for that. So I love it, and it goes better more with the medieval castle Creator 3-in-1, and it does go with the new Lion Knights castle as well. I think it goes better with both of those than the blacksmith, but I still have it with the blacksmith, and I think it still does look really good with that. Anyway, let's do a comparison of this set next to a couple of other promos. I do have quite a few other promos, but I've picked the two that I think it goes best with, and the two that are most similar to me in threshold and piece count. One of them is the Sailboat Adventure. This set I absolutely love. It goes really good with the old fishing store, and you can see the size comparison between the two is quite similar. When you have that in front of it, you can see that they're basically the same sort of size, and they're both really good. I would actually say I might actually even prefer this set to this, and that shocks me because I love little boats and I love stuff that goes with the old fishing store. But this set actually I think I prefer. I actually just love this one. I love trees and things in sets, so I don't know. I actually prefer this, and just the fact that it can open and close, I actually find so satisfying, and I just think it is the better one. And both of these were £150 threshold. Which set do you prefer out of these? Let me know. And obviously, this comes with 2 minifigures as well, same as this set does. And then next up, another quick comparison you can do is the new, more recent set. Is the Cosmic Cardboard Adventures, which is based on the classic space theme. So you can compare a castle / Forestmen remake as a promo to a classic space style one. Obviously, this is more loyal to the classic space theme than this is loyal to this. This is more loyal to the classic castle theme than this is loyal to the classic space theme. But obviously, they both reference classic themes in what these promos are based on. I love this set too. I love the little ship, it's awesome, and I love how you get the little teddy bear in a mech. It's just so cute. But this one has loads and loads of stickers, whereas this has no stickers because these are prints and they're awesome. Why is it these are prints but yet this flag is a sticker? It just baffles my brain. I know it's supposed to be cardboard, so surely you'd say there would be stickers, because in real life this would be stickers, because it's like a kid making a spaceship up. But I still think this is cool that these are prints. It just looks awesome to me, and I even love the little flag on the top, which is so nice. They both have flags. That was a flag with a sticker. That is just basic flag. I believe this set was £150 threshold as well, but I'm not entirely sure. I think it was. I love both sets, but I feel like this set is way more displayable than this one. Although it's a nice idea that they've got the little walls in the background of this set, I feel like displayability wise it might have been more useful to just have just the ship, because I feel like when you're putting this with other space stuff, you really want just a ship. So this set's better displayed on its own than with anything else, whereas this you can easily integrate into a castle display and it just looks awesome. This set you also only get 1 minifigure, which is crazy compared to this, and obviously this has got a much bigger presence than this. So this one at 3 is probably the least good one, and it's the least good value as a promo. But obviously I like all 3 sets, and all 3 are awesome, and I recommend all 3 of these promos. And there's loads of great promos they've done, but I think these are 3 of LEGO's best promos. Not maybe the top 3, but they're definitely up there, and definitely 3 I'd put in the top 3. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on this quick set of the Forest Hideout, and there's not a lot bad I can say on the set, really. I mean, it would have been nice if they'd released it as not a promo, as an actual set. And obviously they could have included maybe 1 more Forestman just to make it feel a bit more like an army. But considering how small the set is, it kind of makes sense there's only 2. and they could have included maybe more interior details, but I feel like then it wouldn't be as fun. And it is really a play set more than a display set in a lot of ways because of the nature of it, but I feel like it still would satisfy A4s. And by the way, this is an 18+ set, even though it's a promo, and it's very simple. So it's very interesting how much they're willing to play on this nostalgia for the sake of a set, even if it doesn't feel 18+. But I can forgive that because it does go the 18+ Newcastle, and it just looks awesome, so it's forgivable. But anyway, they're just my thoughts on this set. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and subscribe to more videos. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Goodbye.